Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Mustafa, and in today's tutorial we are going to look at one of JavaScript's high order function called forEach. So usually what we normally use in place of forEach is the for loop. So for instance, if we have an array, say fruits, and we want to list each and every item in the array, we may do something like this. For, they say, let I equals 0, I less than the array length, which is fruits dot length, I plus plus. And then you may do something like console log fruits I, and this is going to log each and every item in the array. So if we save this and we run and we refresh our page and we open console log, we realize that each of the fruits in the array has been logged in the console. As you can see here, each and every one of them have been logged in the console. If we also want to write it on the DOM, we may declare a variable like this as let string equals an empty string, and over here we may say string, and then we may use the we may use the backticks to represent template literal in JavaScript. So let me define this as, let me give it a class so that the appearance looks a little bit nice. Padding or 10 pixels, and then the background color, I'm going to make it off-white, and then I'm going to insert the value here. So I may say fruits or fruits here, and then I may include a line break at the end. So, and then we may target this div here to put our output there. So we may say document the query selector, we'll grab the fruits from the DOM. We may say inner HTML equals string, and if we refresh this, we may get that. So this is pouring all the fruits that we have in this array. We are grabbing all the fruits in this array and we are displaying it in the DOM. So this is what I may also call the conventional way of doing things. So one of the easiest things to do with JavaScript is to use their high order function when you're implementing something. So instead of this, we may do something like this. Let me comment this. We may do something like this. We may call the array, which is fruits, and we'll say for each, and then we'll pass in our argument. So this is going to grab an element or an item from the fruit. And then we may say for each and every one of them, they will do the string plus equals, and then we may copy the same thing because that's exactly what we are doing. And then we'll put it here, except this time around, instead of doing fruits with I, we may rather do item like this. And if we run this, we still get the same output. If you are doubting whether it is the same output, we can change the text color to, let's say yellow text. I don't know whether it's going to make the whole thing look nice, but let's try it. So if you refresh this, there you go. I think the yellow is too much, so let's say blue test here. So there you have it. So you can simply use this one to implement your for loop rather than going by this convention. If you also want to grab the index of your loop, because over here the index is I. In our normal for loop, our index is I, and if you want to grab the element from, or the item from the array, we indicate the array and then we put a square bracket and then we indicate the index. But for each, if you want to grab the index, you do this and then you indicate the index. So this index will represent the index of the elements. So we may do something like this just to indicate the index. And then if we save and refresh, there you have it. So actually we can bring this here rather, so that we have it like this, the index before the element. So if we refresh, you have at the 0 index you have apple, at the index of 1 you have orange, at the index of 2 you have banana, at the index of 3 you have tomatoes, at the index of 4 you have mango. So this is all you need to know about forEach. I know you've seen it, you've seen me using it in most of the tutorials, and if you're not familiar with it, you may be wondering, okay, what's this forEach? But it's basically the for loop in a nicer form. So I hope this tutorial has been useful to you. You may use it in your future projects, and bear it in mind, if you're a new developer and you want to jump into a React library or framework like a JavaScript library or framework like React, you may want to get conversant with some of JavaScript high order functions like forEach, filter, map. And so in our next tutorial we may be looking at filter. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.